Welcome to Storytime by TCTS Ministries, The Missing Sidewalk. One early evening, I had set out to visit Shazzy, one of my good friends, when I then noticed that the city had taken out the sidewalk on the side where I lived, stretching the length of the entire road. All those that lived on my side of the road was forced to have to take the back alleyway out for all commuting. When I went for my bike, I also noticed that the cables to the brakes had been severed. I couldn't think of anyone in our neighborhood that would ever do anything like that, figuring we were all like family. Though I was very confused, I just shrugged it off, wrapped the remaining of the severed cables around the handlebars, and was then on my way down the back alley to Shazzy's house. When I had finally arrived, I was then greeted by Shazzy's mom, who had already ordered pizza and wings for us two young lads. She then left for her bedroom, leaving us alone to watch one of the Matrix movies. Halfway through the movie, I noticed it was getting kind of late, so we then bidded each other with a goodbye. On my way back home, the chills of horror began teasing my imagination with images of someone chasing after me with a long blade. I began paddling faster and faster until I had finally made it to my street, totally forgetting about the missing sidewalk. By the time I remembered I had no brakes and that there was no sidewalk, I was already going much too fast to have made an attempt to stop the bike using my feet before then falling into the hole. All I could do at that point was close my eyes and willfully yield to my doom. It seemed it had been several seconds before I then realized that the bike was still moving. When I opened my eyes, I found myself on the other side of the hole, trailing the grass of my yard as my feet dragged along the ground. The bike finally stopped moving. I jumped off the bike as it then fell over onto the ground as I began quickly making my way over to the hole and began staring down into the vastness of the deep in complete shock. I knew that there was no possible way I could have missed a large gap of that size without falling in. That could have very well ended my life. All I can say is to God be the glory for saving my life.